Hello and welcome back to Society Case Files. My name is Robert, and today I want to talk about a role-playing game that I crowdfunded. It's a super awesome, beautiful title, especially if you're into Edgar Allan Poe or Gothic horror of any type. I think you're going to love this game. But before we dive in, if you like this kind of content and you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. But without further ado, we're going to dive into the game called Raven. Raven, again, is a role-playing game inspired by the works of Edgar Allan Poe. The artwork is just freaking stunning. The quality of the book is amazing. They did a fantastic job printing this out. And one of my favorite things about it is that I didn't have to buy this from DriveThruRPG. The shipping was reasonable. It all came together in a beautiful box, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. And it's all around really cool. It's its own system, or at least it's this Maelstrom system. I don't know if that's used on anything else. I haven't seen. If you know, or if you've played this, please drop me a comment and direct me to another place. The basic premise here is Raven is a gothic horror and cursed magic role-playing game inspired by the works of Edgar Allan Poe, where the story, characters, and narration are the stars of the show. Raven is the stage for the action, a city threatened by the mist, ruled over by a sinister magic order that offers protection against the beings of the other side and guards ancestral secrets. This is where the players live, members of the Corvus family, descendants of the founder, and the cause of the curse that looms large over the city. In essence, Raven is a game of tenebrous stories that offers players the classic horror experience, replete with mysteries, curses, and old conspiracies. It came with this. I also got the Raven Adventure Book 1, which is called Tenebrous Cats and Forgotten Tombstones. I'm really happy with this book too because it's just awesome. I'll move closer so you can see the picture of the cover. But yeah, all around, everything in this is just really, really, really cool. And when I get into the box, you'll see a lot more of what I'm talking about. It also came with a GM screen, which is super cool. This is what the players will get to stare at while they play. Got all this. And then inside are the traditional charts and ease of use things that you would come to expect from that sort of thing. So let's dive into the box. We've got a bunch of tarot cards. These are straight up just tarot cards with the amazing artwork of the game. Definitely one of my favorite aspects. I got a printed note that was signed thanking me for backing the project. You get some dice that are crows and kitties. I got 2 packs of these these cards here. They're playing card size, but they've got a bunch of characters on them. And you get 2 of these decks, or at least I did. I may have made a mistake when I did my late part of the pledge. You receive this really neat notebook that has all kinds of places to write things down, like your location, area of Raven, features, curse, mystery, etc., etc. There's a bunch of things in the front that talk about your character or whatever it is you need to take notes on. I'm not sure if you can get more of these. Actually, I am fairly certain you could. But I'd have a hard time wanting to write in this because it's very pretty. Here's like a conceptual map of Raven where you can do like your own kind of fill in the blanks of stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's very neat though. I got, let me put these cards down. You get a whole bunch of prints as well. So here's like this weird map of a room for some reason. Not sure what that's about. And then we've got this actual map of the city of Raven. There's a help with the Maelstrom system. It's sort of a cheat sheet for the different concepts of the system itself. And then I've got this thing. It's kind of looks like a playbill, But what it actually is it goes through the premises of Raven. For example, it says, the ravens are after your soul and they get obsessed. No one can defeat the mist. It can appear anywhere. The other side is a bewildering place. No one is ever the same there. That's just a few of the things it says. Then on the back it has player principles and then Tenebrous voice principles. So for example, a player principle in this case is your character's behavior should always be elegant, aristocratic, and sinister. Propose anything you like from your character's environment as long as it entails a Tenebrous story. And then Tenebrous voice principles are things like be an elegant yet mysterious voice, be poetic yet tenebrous, be aristocratic yet cruel, be intimate yet sinister. Always admire the Corvus characters. There's a lot more than what I've read here, but that's kind of the gist of what you can see on that sheet. Then inside, we've got a ton of these little character packets that have everything you need to play this particular type of character. And again, I'm not sure who would just grab this and start writing on it. It would be very difficult to feel good about that to me. But then again, I have a hard time writing in really fancy journals that I get, so I'm probably weird. We got that. We got another bedroom map piece of art. This one is the bedroom of the Cursed Poet. I've got the laboratory of the Immortal Mesmerist is this one. So lots of cool ones. Then we have some straight up just art prints. These are textured art prints and they're very pretty. So we got this one of this lady in the woods. And we have the poet character here. And then there's this newspaper prop that has some stories in it just for color for your game. More characters, the Forgotten Lover, the Trapped Ghost, the Heartless Child, which consequently, the Heartless Child looks very familiar. I'm going to move this closer. Yeah. I wonder where they got that from. Kind of good timing in their case, too. So we got all that stuff. We've got, the sheer number of characters they gave you is madness. So there's plenty to get into. And then here's one more textured art print of this lady swooning or napping in the library. And then finally I want to show you the box it came in. So it came in this box, which obviously it looks just like the cover for the main book that I showed you. But it is quite substantial. This is a really cool box. It's got everything. It fits in it very nicely, except for the main rule book. That came separately, and I keep it on the shelf as opposed to in this box. But all this other stuff is in there. And I got all of this for just over $230 for my pledge. It's kind of madness. I'm not entirely sure how they did that. I'm not sure how they kept it so cheap. I'm not sure how the shipping was so cheap, but it was, and they're great. In fact, they started another Kickstarter shortly after this one closed, and it was a Lovecraft Kingsport fantasy setting, but it was for 5e. And I'm not into 5e. I don't really want that fluff in the game. I don't want to have a bunch of stuff about leveling and balance or whatever else they do. This system is very light, and it's a narrative system. So the setting is what is important to me. Having this setting so that I could maybe put it in Savage Worlds or anything, really. Even Worlds of Darkness would work fine. Or I can use it. But it's not that level-based thing, which kind of pushes people to do things like min-max a little bit and try and make their characters powerful as possible so that they can achieve the next level. And that makes sense because that's kind of where it is. But for a narrative game, I don't really see 5e being that valuable. And as such, I didn't really want to invest in another game that was going to have that element underlying the whole setting. Now, I'm pretty sure that they did a great job with that setting. I'm sure it was just as beautiful as this. But then their very next thing was also another 5e thing. So I ultimately have been opting out. But if they do some more of this narrative style play, I'll probably get into it. I should also say that this is Shadowlands Games that made this. And they have called out the artist who does all this amazing artwork, and it's with illustrations by Abigail Larson. Fantastic. Just excellent all around. Everybody went above and beyond with this product. And if you can get your hands on Raven and you like Gothic horror, you like Edgar Allan Poe, then this should definitely be in your library. I think that even if you don't necessarily play it, it could inspire your other games, your vampire games, or whatever you want to do. I think that this is very inspirational. It might be a little bit too weird to drag people in who aren't even remotely familiar with this stuff. It might take a little bit more work than you're used to with your average D&D game or even Call of Cthulhu, because you are practically in another world. But whatever the case, it's definitely one of the ones that I recommend above all others. So anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed having a look at Raven with me. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And have you played any of these kind of games? Do you have other independent games that you love? Have you tried something by Shadowlands before? Would you recommend them? Let me know in the comments, and I will talk to you next time. This is Robert from Society Case Files signing off.